So my name's Dave Shanley. I'm the CTO of CrowdCompass. I've got two other founders, Brian and Tom. We put an event experience into a mobile app.
What was the problem that caused you guys to get moving on this?
Yeah, so it was actually something that I experienced in around like 2008. So the original iPhone had just come out and the SDK was out. There was a lot of excitement around mobility. I had been doing enterprise mobile before that. And I was actually at Bumbershoot, right? So a large music festival in Seattle, and sitting on the lawn there, just looking around, everybody had these devices, right? Everybody, had all of this capability in their pocket, really for the first time. And yeah, looking around, you could see that people couldn't connect with the event at all. They didn't, it wasn't easy to navigate the schedule. It wasn't easy to find out what vendors were on the scene. They couldn't connect with each other, couldn't connect with the performers. And I just thought, this is crazy. There's got to be a better way. There's so much potential here. And I basically, I just recently moved to Portland. We chose Portland because it's a great place to live. I travel around internationally quite a bit, and I travel around the United States a lot. And we just basically decided to settle here. And so I managed to, heads down, started working on the product, early prototype, and basically, started put a team together. Met Brian and met Tom, and we decided to go after it full force. It was really exciting.
What's it like being part of this kind of burgeoning mobile scene in Portland?
I think it's incredible. I mean, one of the things when I initially moved here, I had no exposure to the mobile scene here, and it was really just kicking off. I had a lot of background in mobility, so I made it kind of my first goal when I hit the ground here to kind of meet all of the CEOs, CTOs, and the people involved in mobile startups. And it was just kind of eye-opening to see how many there were between right in the city in Portland and in Beaverton, Hillsborough, and to see the different things that people were doing. So I was really, really encouraged by that right off the bat.
What's been the biggest challenge of being a startup in Portland?
I think being a startup is hard no matter where you are. I don't think I was thinking about that on the walk to the car here actually today, and I think being a startup is hard no matter where you are. Certainly in the Valley, you see that the success stories trying to make it look easy, but it is very difficult when you look at the number of failures and things like that. But I think beyond the challenges, the community here is really, really supportive. And that kind of risk of failure and falling into the next good thing, I think, is really the backup. So it's less about the regular challenges of cash flow and building a team and getting the right people, getting the right space. That it's more just about we've got a fantastic community here, and it's really supportive.
It used to be in Portland that everybody carped about lack of access to capital. Now it seems the common cry is development talent. So what attracted you to Portland, and maybe what Portland could do better to attract that level of development talent that everyone is seeking?
I mean, I think Portland does attract that talent. I think it has all of the pieces, and it lacks, essentially nothing to really attract that talent. And I would say that talent probably is being attracted here once we really get it in motion to go after it. I think there's a lot of potential there. Ryan from BankSimple/Simple, we were at a dinner together, and he mentioned that SAO or some of the other organizations could consider if you're going to fund one thing, fund like relo costs, right? Like go put some money against relocation costs that would kind of level. If somebody basically has no cost to move here, and you can take that burden off of like startup companies, that's a huge thing. And I think from a deployment of capital standpoint, that's a great idea. So I think those type of things can go a long way. And I think just us looking outward more to other cities and to going after that talent, and in any cohesive way that we can do it together, I think will be a big plus.
If you had a piece of advice for an entrepreneur who is working on a side project they think is viable, what one piece of advice would you give them?
I think that they should test it against the market and then go after it tenaciously, right? I think you can make your own reality. I really do believe that. So I think that if you've got that side project, and I've talked to a bunch of people here in town that have side projects that are going on that I think are extremely viable, go out and do them. It's your passion. What's holding you back? If you start, breaking that down into the arguments about what's holding you back and how you can kind of progress both like your individual confidence and success and just pleasure that you take from doing, what you want to do, I think it's really critical that they push on because we do have the network of support here, advisors and all the pieces to really put into play to support that.